Shalom, Yasharel. Shalom, shalom, shalom. I hope you guys are having a great and wonderful day. Um, I wanted to jump on here today because I was thinking about sin. Do you know what sin is? What is sin according to Torah? What is sin according to the Most High? What is sin according to the Messiah? The fullness of sin, not a broken portion of it. What is the fullness of sin? So that you know that you're not in violation of Yah's ways. Now, the Baker I can't even talk this day, but the Baker Evangelical Dictionary states that sin is a riddle, a mystery, a reality that eludes definition and comprehension. That seems like they don't know the answer. They're making it more than what it seems. But the answer is clear. Now, when we look up Hebraic words like sin, you will hear kata being H2398 when you do your study. You will see to sin, miss the mark, miss the way, go wrong, incur guilt, forfeit, purify, uncleanness. Or you see the word Rasha, wicked, criminal, H7563. And there'll be some other Hebraic words that'll be linked to it. But to understand what sin is, what is one missing the mark, missing the way? What is that? Understanding the way of the Most High. Now, we're going to start with the covenant. The Most High gave the children of Yasharel 10 davrim, 10 words, a contract to keep, to hold strong, to hold high, to have it in their heart so that it'll be the forefront of the mind. After that, and even before that, he was giving the children of Yasharel instructions. At the end of it, he called those instructions statutes, testimonies, ordinance, judgment, the precepts. He gave us all those instructions in order for us to maintain our fullness and righteousness of maintaining the contract so that we would not break that contract. Now, understand, throughout the scriptures, you will see the Most High say, guard my commandments. That means to keep, to do. Guard my ordinance. Keep my judgments. You will see in Exodus 19:5, now therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then you shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. You see, he said, keep my covenant, keep my commands. Exodus 16:28, and Yahweh said unto Moshe, how long you refuse to keep my commandments, my laws, my instructions. Because when you don't keep them, you're sinning against the Most High. Genesis 17:10, this is my covenant, which you shall keep between me and you, and thy seed after thee, every man child among you shall be circumcised. If he refused to do the circumcision or stop others within the family tree to stop circumcising their children, they're sinning against the Most High. Moses almost lost his son if his wife did not act quickly to circumcise their son. Moses would have died if that wouldn't happen, because that was a sin against the Most High. You will see where in Deuteronomy 13:5, you'll see, and the prophets or the dreamers of dreams shall be put to death, because he hath spoken to turn you away from the Most High your Elohim, which brought you out of the land of Egypt, redeemed you out of the house of bondage, to thrust you out of the way which the Most High command you to walk in. So thou shalt put the evil away from the midst of thee. If you have anyone coming to you telling you that you don't have to keep the instructions of the Most High, you don't have to keep the instructions of the Most High, you don't have to worry about the 10 Commandments, or you don't have to worry about the statutes, you don't have to worry about the feast days, put that evil away. Stay away from them, because they're not trying to walk in the righteousness. They're not trying to walk in the ways of the Most High. Those are instructions. If you want to walk in righteousness, he gave us those things to do. Keep them, guard them. Deuteronomy 12:32, what things soever I command you to observe to do it, thou shalt not add thereto nor diminish from it. And we know that there's a lot of teaching today, and regardless of what brand you in, they add more of their own traditions than what the book says. That's why you're celebrating Christmas. That's why you're out there doing trunk or treat. That's why you're out there doing all these things that Abba Yah says is an abomination unto him. But people will say, well, we're doing Christmas for, the birth of the Messiah. They don't have no doctrine, paperwork, anything that said, celebrate my birthday, or telling them that he was born on that day. But people decide to do it anyway. Now they're adding a burden unto you. That is a sin to the Most High. Think about that for a minute. He gave us instructions to walk, how to treat one another, what to do when women have menstrual cycles, how to protect them in a way that they don't become an abomination and unclean to the Most High, so that they do not violate his temple. What to do with men who are sick, suffering from leprosy, what makes them unclean. Eating abomination food. He gives us instruction of what's clean meat and what's unclean. But you have the people in the congregation that knows this. They won't tell you that, and serve you the very food that the Most High says is an abomination to him. Homosexuality. The scriptures tell us straight, a man shall not be with a man, treating her like in the same aspects of sleeping with women. Same thing for women. That's in scripture. But they're forcing you to accept it in these congregations today. They're trying to make it a law for you to accept what Abba Yah has as an abomination. Agreeing with that, you are agreeing with the evil that is against the Most High. This stuff is in scripture. But let's see what Deuteronomy 11:1. Therefore you shall love the Most High, thy Elohim, and guard his statutes, his judgments, and his command always. Because if you're doing it, you're walking in righteousness and you're not sinning against them. When you're not doing it, you are sinning against the Most High. Sin is going against the Most High commands, going against his statutes, going against his judgments, going against the ordinance, going against the testimonies, going against the precepts. Deuteronomy 11:22, for if you shall diligently keep all these commands or commandments which I command you to do them, to love the Most High your Elohim, to walk in all his ways, and to cleave unto him. Think about that. You have a lot of things that are out here as a distraction that makes one want to hate the Most High. Hate any instructions that he gives you to keep you clean and separated from the others. But he knew that the people would be stiff-necked. He knew that the people would be hard-headed. That's why he said to the thousands that will love me. He knew that that list would be small. But what did the Messiah say? What did the Messiah say? Let's look at Matthew 5. Let's see if the Most High says the instructions are done away with. Because he's talking to the children of Yasharel. He's talking to the strangers. He's talking to the Pharisees. He's talking to his Talmudim. He was telling them, he said, you are the salt of the earth. But if the salt have lost its savor, its flavor, wherewith shall it be salted? Guess what? The savor, the tastiness of that salt is Abba Yah's ways. Statute, judgment, ordinance, testimonies, precepts. If you're not doing it, you lost your flavor. It is thenceforth good for nothing but to be cast out and to be trodden underfoot of men. You are the light of the world, a city that's sitting on the top of the hill that cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on the candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Think about that. If you're walking the ways of the Most High, fulfilling his commands, guarding, keeping his statute, judgment, orders, testimonies, you are that light. You are that house that's sitting on top of the hill. He said, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Your good works. Keeping the ways of the Most High. Honoring the covenant and keeping his commandments, the instructions. Now, it also goes into the misused verse where everybody say he fulfilled the law and tell you that the instructions are done away with. But I'm going to show you that the Most High says differently. Now, he says at 5:17, think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. See, he just told us, I'm not here to do away with the law at all. I ain't here to do away with that. Or the prophets. The prophets are still going to be here, and the law is still going to be here. But what I am going to do is walk the ways of the Most High, my Father, and I'm going to fulfill what the prophets spoke of me. He said, for verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law until all be fulfilled, all in Torah be fulfilled. That lets you know that the Most High instruction is still there. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, that sounds like it's still going. It's still strong. He just said, whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments. And he's not just talking about the covenant. He's talking about all the instructions of the Most High. Who's But he said, whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. For I say unto you that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and the Pharisees, you shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven. In that, he's telling, if you're not walking the ways of the Most High, honor, keeping, guarding his statutes, his judgments, his ordinance, his instructions, I don't care how good you look on the outside. I don't care what you've done for this person, that person, that person. If you're not walking in the instructions of the Most High, you won't enter. It's right there in the book. But to go more into it, to show you, because they don't like to read after that, to show you more that the instructions of the Most High is still strong, he goes right into instructing you the ways of the Most High. When he gets to Matthew 5:21-26, that is being referenced in Leviticus. You have heard that it is said by them of old time, thou shalt not kill. Where did you see that at? And whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment. Go back and look at the laws where they built safe cities for those who accidentally killed someone. What does the law say for that? And what does the law say for those who are murdering, killing? He's teaching you the instructions are still there. But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment, and whosoever shall say to his brother, Rakah, worthless, shall be in danger of the council. But whosoever shall say, thou fool, shall be in danger of the hellfire. Go look at the instructions. It is all there. You're going to find it in Leviticus. Leave there thy gift before thy altar, and go the way first. Be reconciled to thy brother, and then come and offer thy gift. He's trying to save you from death by telling you, go make amends with the one you have anger against before coming and giving an unworthy gift to the Most High. He said, agree with thy adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way, while you're walking in the ways of the Most High with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. Verily I say unto thee, thou shalt by no means come out thence till thou hast paid the utmost farthing. Then he goes into talking about lust right after that. He goes into talking about lust right after that. In that verse, he goes speaking about lust. When you go down to verses 5:27-30, Matthew 5:27-30, he's talking about lust. And you can reference that 27-30, you can reference that in Leviticus 20:10-21, the instructions of the Most High. When you get to Matthew 5:31-32, he's talking about divorce. Why did he bring that up? Because it's the instructions of the Most High when we're talking about divorce and how that goes. You'll find that in Deuteronomy 24:1-4. When he goes into Matthew 5:33, he's talking about doing oaths. You can verify that and see where he gets that from when you go and look at Leviticus 5:1-10. That's the instructions of the Most High. Vengeance, retaliation at Matthew 5:38-42. You'll find that in Deuteronomy 32:35. When he goes into loving your enemies, 5:43 to Matthew 5:48, you're going to see that in Leviticus 19:9-18. He's letting you know that the instructions of the Most High is still strong. Still strong. And I'll do a later teaching on loving your enemies, what he's truly saying about turning the other cheek. I'll do that at another time. So one of the things that we have to pay attention to, and understanding what the Most High is saying by missing the mark. So we have a lot of people out there that likes to shoot, go to ranges, so on and so on. A second here. This area here, say this is the narrow path. This is the center. This is where the Most High said the thousands that will love me. Here's where his laws, statutes, commandments are resting in. His protection is resting in. He wants us to stay here. Here's where we're trying to get our shot group tight. We want to come in here and start firing, getting our shot groups tight right up in here. Because we walking, we fulfilling, we keeping, we guarding the ways of the Most High. But yet, you have some people who are being told that the laws of the Most High is done away with. You don't have to worry about that. You're fulfilled, and you start walking in their way. Guess what? You're outside. You're outside the mark. You're on the outside. You're not even close to hitting it. He wants you to get right back into the law. Get right back into the covenant. So you're hitting right back here. Then you have those people that say, I hate God. I hate this. I hate that. Guess what? They out here. They ain't nowhere near the center. They ain't nowhere near the target. They shooting all around. They shooting all around. They ain't nowhere in here. Walk straight on that narrow path. Keep walking strong. Not everyone is going to walk the truth of the Most High Yah. You're going to have a lot of brands that are out there recruiting people to be the largest brand out there, and they're not keeping the laws of the Most High. And then you're going to have those who look like they're keeping it, but they're doing it for status. They're out here. They're out here. They ain't nowhere near. They're doing it for status, to look good. Gearing up people as soldiers are not keeping the laws. You're going to have those who, I'm keeping the law. I'm keeping the law. You just jumped in it so you can have multiple women. You way out here. Missing the mark. But as you continue to do the will of the Most High, he guides you and puts you right back in the center, that narrow path where he is waiting for you to be. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Focus upon yourself and getting yourself in the right spot, and the Most High will take you, guide you, and show you how to pull others to be in the center mark. Don't let others guide you off. When you're not following when you're not following the ways of the Most High Yah, when you're not following it, you're missing the mark. But when you're honoring his feast days, you're treating your neighbor well, you're giving like he asked you to give, you're doing everything fulfilled in the Torah, you're right here. You're that light that's lighting up the world. Shalom.